it's a good thing. Then we don't have to crash in the
Yeah.
race. No, we were talking about your first race. So the first race was Tours in 2014.
Yeah.
You had a second position. And then after that, you did also one race in, I think, Nürburgring, right?
That was Nürburgring, but that was not a good experience because, my father also said, yeah, you can come over and race with us for that one race. And in first practice, after 3 laps, I blew up the engine. So my father was really mad, but yeah, afterwards it was a good experience, and that's also why I started in 2015.
But so you did really well in the oval. Where did you get that oval experience? Where did you get to handle the car in the oval, because it's different kind of racing?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it has something to do with car control. I always am quite good with sliding cars and everything, and also like oval driving, especially in tours. When you push the car to the limit, you're always sliding at the back. So I think that's something, it has to do with it, because like in every oval race from the beginning, I went into an oval and I liked it from the beginning. So yeah, it's something I like. I don't have an explanation for it, but yeah, I like it very much.
But I have an explanation for it.
Okay.
And now it's gonna come, huh?
Okay.
You did oval testing, which was not allowed.
And that's what was it?
Yeah, you see, now I heard from a very good source. You have your dad's company in the industry,
Okay.
and in that zone there's like a fuel station. And apparently, when you were young, you were doing some oval racing around the fuel station.
Oh yeah, it was like a weekly experience for me. So I think I was 12 or something, and I bought a car for around 100 or 200 euros. And we always did handbrake turns and race. So when it was 6 o'clock, we were standing ready so that the company was closed and we could go out with a friend. He's called Jochen van Reet. He was a long time sponsor. So yeah, we went out all the time and also crashed a few cars over there. But yeah, that's right, maybe.
Yeah. I heard you did the oval around the fuel station, and then one time you crashed into the gate of their company, of your sponsor's company.
Yeah. They said it was raining, and like we stripped the complete car to lose some weight, so it was faster. And we did around 2 hours of oval driving. And I was getting quite dizzy, and at a sudden point I pulled the handbrake, and I was gone, white before my eyes, just hit the throttle, full throttle, and went into a building, crashed the car. Like my arm was not broken, but yeah, it was not good. And I was 13 years, so I turned off the key of the car and ran away. So they have to find me after 1 hour. I just was so scared of Johan, who was the boss of the company. So yeah, it was funny. Afterwards,
I know where you have been hiding that day.
Yeah, where was it?
After you crashed, you ran away and you were hiding in a dustbin in the company.
It's true. I don't want to tell it live, but yeah, you know all the things. So.
No, he knows. I know Johan knows that you were hiding in his dustbin when you crashed this company. Yeah. So and from another very good source, I heard you were a bad boy in those young days. How many times did your dad have to go to the police station because his son was racing in the industry with motorbikes or with broken down cars? You remember?
Yeah, I remember for sure, and I think it was around 10 times that there was something with the police, but yeah, you have to practice somewhere. So yeah, I did it in at our company.
Yeah, no. Hey, and then let's talk about NASCAR. You did 2 seasons or half a season, then a full season, 2015, and then 2016. In those days, it was the Elite 2 category. So you dominated the season, and then in the end, you won the championship. That was a great season, right?
Yeah, it was an awesome season. Like I started 2015, and I won 1 race in the Elite 2. And starting to know the car better and better. But then, in 2016 was a year where everything was going really well. So I had you and my father in the Elite 1 position. So you guys can set up the car really well. And the only thing I have to manage that time was driving fast. And that was it. So I just have to be fast and win races. I don't have to worry about any other thing. So yeah, let's say it was also one of my easiest seasons because winning is easy. It's, being second and third, that's not easy, but winning is easy.
But you had a tough moment also that season. You remember Zolder?
Oh man, I just have to finish the race to be champion, and like finish in 15th position or something. And my car didn't start at the start line, so there was a big problem. Then we have to come in, fix the whole car. Then I went out again, and there was always a few people who did not finish. And now every car finishes, so I didn't win the championship yet, but we have to come in and also have to do a qualifying lap during the race. And it was just pole, just by 1/10. I don't think it was 1/10. And the second race on Sunday, I just won with a lot of lengths. So it was a tough weekend, but also from that position, you learn a lot.
Yeah, because I remember Saturday evening after your car didn't start and everything went wrong, you were really stressed out. So I think that's where you gained a lot of experience to deal with stress.
Yeah, for sure. You don't gain experience by winning, like I said. So that was actually it was good that it was on a decision point in my career that there was extra stress. So at the end it was good for me, and also winning a championship on Sunday it's more fun than on Saturday. So
yeah, and talking about tough moments, last season also you had a great season. At a certain point you were leading the championship. Then you had coming together with one of your teammates. But I think from that moment on, you were a lot freer to start racing, because afterwards we come to Zolder, your home track, and I think you did your best race ever in your whole career when you won Zolder, right?
Yeah, it's true. I think it was a hard pill to swallow, but at the end it happened. So you have to deal with it. And also the second race that weekend was really bad. So, but then I had a few weeks to reload myself and get ready for Zolder. And I was so ready for that weekend. At the beginning of the weekend, like on Thursday, I knew I would win a race. I was sure about that. And even on Sunday, I wake up, I hear the rain, and I was like 100% sure I would win that race. So that's also good at a point for a driver.
Yeah, and the Sunday race, it was raining so much. Your wiper was not working, I think.
Yeah, like my mechanic Günther, he prepared the car the whole season perfectly. There was nothing to say. There was no problem whatsoever. But then I was on the track, and then my wiper turned around, so I could not see anything. And I was thinking, Günther, why now? Because you did everything so perfect, and this is not working. So I was at the end of the race. The first 10 minutes, I was not happy with the result. I was just mad at my mechanic because the wiper was not working. Otherwise, I don't would have any stress during that race, and I could even win with more length. So. Yeah,
I think you took something from me during the race. You started shouting a lot over the radio.
Yeah. There was something I learned from you. So I thought maybe it would help, but it don't help.
Yeah, the louder you shout, or the more you shout, the wiper doesn't start working. But I do this.
And at the end with the rain, also the radio was gone. So I think the guys at the pits were really happy that the radio was not working anymore.
Yeah. Okay, I always prepare some short questions just to see what you think about those. You have to choose between Hamilton and Verstappen.
Verstappen.
Why?
Because for sure he's a Dutch guy, and he puts more fun into racing. When you see Hamilton, for sure he's a great driver. But Verstappen makes it more nice to watch, and I think especially in the rain and everything, what he does with his Red Bull, he drives the car. The car is 1 second slower than the one of Mercedes, at least. But sometimes he does things, it's just better than all the rest.
Yeah.
That's why.
Another thing, a race weekend or a romantic weekend with your wife? I'm
Race
trying to
weekend.
get you into problem,
Race weekend. Race weekend.
Oh, Steffi will be really happy. I think tonight you sleep on the couch.
Yeah, that's usual on Wednesday.
Tomorrow we have to go testing, so you have to sleep
Yeah, okay, I
well.
have to sleep in my bed.
Okay, cycling or soccer?
Cycling, for sure.
You're a cycling fan, eh? You train a lot on the bike, right?
Yeah, I train a lot on the bike, and also as a Belgian, you're born with cycling, and here in Belgium, it's so fun to cycle, and we got so many good cyclists. So yeah, cycling for sure.
Okay. Now a difficult one, and really pay attention when you're going to answer because it's going to be the future of your career. Bert Longin or Anthony Kumpen? No, you don't have to answer. It's
Connection.
Bert. It's Bert. No, it's Bert. It was just to
No,
get
no,
you a
no.
bit
Yeah.
hot.
Yeah, you both guys helped me out so much. So yeah, we both.
Yeah, no, but it's your dad, I know. Then Loris Heesemans or Ander Villarino?
Let's say Loris, because I grew up with him. We had also, like when you and Mike and my father were driving 24 hours of Spa, we were playing around in the woods in Spa. So yeah, I know him for a long time.
Yeah, and you just said because Ander is not competing this year, and you know that Loris is gonna be strong, so that he's nice with you, right?
Yeah, no, it's just for personal reasons now.
No, we have a lot of questions coming in from people all around, fans, friends. First one, because I saw it on the screen here, and otherwise I don't remember. It was from Frederick. Frederick, our engineer from in the past. He was the engineer on the 24 car. He's saying, how important is it to have a nice team spirit? And what do you guys do as a team to keep the spirit very cool?
Yeah, I think it's really important. Like at this high level of racing, everything has to be perfect, from car until the cook in the team. Everything, the mechanics, everything has to be perfect. So the team spirit, I think it's really important. So yeah, what do we do about it? I think at the end we travel a lot together, so you start to being friends. And like in winter, we have team buildings. We go out and ski every year. And I think it's a team tradition for 30 years. I don't know. And then I start joining them the last 10 years. So that's also really good for team spirit, because then on that weekend you don't have to think about racing and fighting each other. You just are out there for fun. So that's some things we do, but at the end, yeah, you're there to win races, and when you do, the team spirit will also be very good.
Hey, but you say you don't think about racing when we go on the ski holiday, but I think in the morning when we start and we put on the skis, it's always a race, right?
Yeah, okay, it's always racing. I remember the first time I went out with you guys. I think we went out for a short ski. It was 4 days, and after 3 days and a half, yeah, I was gone. I was completely gone. I crashed. You remember I crashed the last descent?
Yeah, you had a big crash, but maybe it was because the day before we had too many beers. I think also on the team building we have more beers in average during one weekend than during the rest of the year.
Yeah, I think so. Also there the level is quite high.
Yeah. Okay, next question, because it's a tradition that the guy who was on the show before you asked a question. It's Alan Day, who was here last week, and he says, if you put all the top NASCAR World and Euro Series drivers in the same car, with the same tires, with the same setup, on the same track, who will do the fastest lap?
I think when we could not go out and practice, I'm quite sure I will be the fastest. For sure. I'm quite sure I am the fastest. But yeah, otherwise, it always will be a battle. I don't have a straight answer for that. But when like you have to say go out on cold tires, don't know the track, I have a big chance for sure.
Yeah, but you're not counting me in then. No. Hey, no, I see a very important question popping up. I don't know if you see them as well, but it's our race director, Philippe Godet. And he
Okay.
says, how many times did you hate me?
Yeah, probably when you're on the bad side of the decision, you don't hate him, but you hate his decision. But yeah, sometimes you hate him, sometimes you love him, and at the end, when the race is done, yeah, it's just another guy who makes the whole show happen. But sometimes, yeah, he has to decide. There was only at the end, there's only one guy who has to make the decision. So I think it's also tough for him.
Yeah, and I must say I had a lot of race directors, but he's strict, but he's always there, and he's always, he's open to discuss his decisions,
Yeah.
and so I think that's a really important thing. But like you say, he's part of the team to make the show, like the drivers, like the teams, like the organization. So Philippe, good to have you. Next question comes from Guillaume Dumaret, one of your teammates. He's very straightforward. So the questions are not so easy. Yeah. What did you feel, or how did you feel when you knew Alan Day was coming on our team as your teammate, but also opponent?
Actually, I was really happy about it because for two things. I know he's a really good driver, and I think we also can, as a team, we can gain information. So if you are with two really good drivers, you have a stronger team. So at the end, to win a championship, that's really important. And also, I had a lot of fights with Alan in racing, not like fighting with with my hands, and it was always clean. You always can race with him, like with between 1 centimeter, but there was not a lot of contact, and then also clean contact. So yeah, I was really happy when you called me. I remember the call, and I was happy.
Yeah. I see here somebody's asking any updates on Julia coming to Europe. Yeah, it's looking good. It's looking good. It's still a few weeks away, but there's nothing definitive yet. But she should be there. She should be in the team and in the championship. So another question from Guillaume. The most difficult moment of your career so far?
Yeah, I also think it was last year, Hockenheim, for sure. I almost crashed mentally. So and it took me a while to build up again, but afterwards I was stronger. But I remember that weekend for me and also my father. Yeah, we were completely in the red zone. We were so mad at what happened. And actually, yeah, when you look at the end, there were two guys who made a mistake. But yeah, we lost the championship over there, and it's normal that you are disappointed.
It has to be. It has to be. Next question is from Martin Dinev. Who's the better driver, junior or senior?
It's a tough question. I think it depends on which car we are driving, and also like the age different right now. It's too big to decide. But let's say me.
He still has the most trophies, eh?
Yeah, I know, but he's also older than me, so yeah.
Hey, your dad is.
Yes, we will talk.
Yeah, cool, man. Your dad is popping in, and he's saying, Philip, who's our race director, I'm sorry how I treated you in Hockenheim. So, and your dad and me, we were in a fight. Actually, your dad was fighting with everybody, but it's normal. It's your son. You're involved with it. And
he said like 10 times on Saturday, Stienes, if you want to go home, we go home, man. We stop, we go home, man.
Yeah, I remember. So it's actually normally I'm the one who's the most hot from the two of us. And I was the most calm in that weekend. So, but that's why we are a good team, your dad and me, and that's why we are. I think it's very uncommon to be teammates for 20 years, and it's still continuing. So that's why we are a good team. So then we have Jean-Pierre Homan. I think you know him, Jean-Pierre. He's a crazy guy in our team. Do you always agree with your spotter?
Yeah, you have to. During the race, you just have to listen to your spotter. You trust him, so yeah, you listen to your spotter, and yeah, at the end you can discuss things that maybe went wrong. But yeah, you choose your spotter because yeah, you trust him, and that's normally you agree with him, and especially during the race. After the race, you can discuss, and you have to discuss to get to be better. But yeah, during the race, I agree normally.
We will see what happens this year. This year I'm gonna spot for you. So let's see if you listen.
Maybe this question, the answer will change after this season.
So we have a question from David van Glabeke. Anthony, how did you experience the US NASCAR time? Yeah, it was fantastic. For sure Daytona, and it was a really good experience. But then the question drops to you. And Stienes, how much would you love to go to do some NASCAR in USA?
Yeah, I did it once when I won the championship in 2016, and it was a great experience. And I think my goal now is to win the European Championship. That's my goal for this year. But afterwards, there will be new goals. But first thing on my schedule is to win the European Championship. And afterwards, for sure, I would love it. But you just have to take it step by step, and it starts with winning the Euro NASCAR Championship.
Okay. Then we have Bart Hazus asking, what did give you the choice, or how did you make the choice to enter NASCAR compared to other championships? Why NASCAR and why not something else?
Yeah, I drove some like TCR and stuff, and when you go in NASCAR, you just feel it's like the chassis, the engine. It's so nice to drive. You can attack constantly. It's not like ABS or traction control or whatever. It's just 3 buttons: engine, oil pump, diff pump, and you go off and drive as fast as possible. And you have to work in the car really hard. You have to work during the season and train a lot. You also have to work with your engineer. So there's a lot going on, and NASCAR is just so much fun.
Okay. We have your little brother, Louis, who's saying you're wearing a nice cap. I think he wants to have like a Pro Job cap. You can get it. It's your sponsor. You can give him a cap, right?
Yeah, for sure. I will give him a cap. But normally when I go home and I see my little brother and I have this cap, he will take it, and I have to ask my sponsor a new one.
Okay, so Louis, you hear it. This cap is for you. Stienes will give you the cap when he sees you over the weekend or whenever he sees you. The cap is for Louis. He starts racing soon, so he needs a sponsor cap.
Yeah, sure.
The guys from Motorsport Rents, they're asking, what was the first race car you drove?
The first race car was a Renault Clio. It was a Clio Cup, and I drove it in a Belgian championship for, I think it was almost 1 season. And it was great fun. It was nice to drive.
Okay, I just get a text from Jan that we still can do the pictures. Yeah, I like that. Then Retrobox, which American NASCAR track would you like the most to drive a cup car? Where would you prefer to drive a NASCAR cup car in USA?
Yeah, I watched one race a few in Daytona, and I think the oval track. I would love to try it out, but I think I saw the race you did in the 300 Daytona 300. I never saw the 500 live, but I think it's so crazy. But you guys told me, like you and Ellen, it's so scary to do it. But I want to feel the same experience. I just want to know what is it? What is the feeling you guys are talking about? It's something I would like to do.
Okay, then we have the Dutch NASCAR fans. It's a Facebook group. You know them well. They follow a lot. In the past they were more fans of the Belgian guys. Now we have the Dutch guy Loris racing. We speak the same language now. But they still have a lot of questions for you. I'm gonna select some. If you could do the Hockenheim race all over again, would you do it differently?
Yeah, for sure. I don't want. I would never crash again in the first corner. So, now I know how I have to handle a race like that. I know there was pressure on both of our teammates, and I would do it completely different. That's something you have to see during that weekend, but I would do it differently for sure.
Then they also ask, you just became a dad last year. If your son Mathieu he would like to race, what advice would you give him, or would you support him?
Yeah, for sure I would support him. Like my father always did it, and I would love to see him racing. But yeah, what advice would I think in the beginning, like you did with Harry, it just they have it has to be always in the beginning. It has to be about fun till they are 16 or 18 years old, maybe, and always even after that. The main thing about racing also has to be fun because if you're constantly under pressure and stress, it's not you will not perform. So yeah, I would love that he would start racing, but he's 1 year old. So but he's a fast guy already. So I think there will be no doubt about it.
Okay, the last question we're going to handle because we have so many, but it's still from the Dutch NASCAR fans. Do you prefer Anthony Kumpen as an opponent, or do you prefer him as a crew chief or team owner?
Yeah, I didn't. I think it was 1.5 season with you, and yeah, I like you more as a chief because you're a tough opponent. So yeah, and also the job you're doing right now, I think you're doing it really good, and it's also an improvement for our team. So yeah, as a team chief.
Okay, man. Yeah, but I still gonna race you one day. I think so. I'm not sure, but we will see. We will see. That's the future that will decide. John, please show me the pictures. If we can, I really would love to see the pictures now. Oh, oh, look at this, Stienes. You remember this? This was your first race car.
Yeah, I see. Oh man, I look a lot like my son. Whoa.
Yeah. Hey, and what's with the cap and the trousers? The trousers are strange, and the cap was, yeah, special. Let's say special.
It was something like this.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not, you cannot see the sponsor, or you have to put him below your little thing. Yeah, we go to the next picture. But that was your first race car.
It looks already quite cool. It was a Beetle, I think.
Yeah, 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 yeah. You were really, and look here, he's starting to race. And what surprised me the most, you're still wearing that cap.
Yeah, I think I am a cap guy. I think everybody sees me on a race weekend with a cap. They never will see me with no gel or something in my hair. So yeah, I'm a cap guy. Yeah, it looks cool. It was. I think it's in a Porsche from my father. Yeah, yeah, it's in a Porsche.
Yeah, yeah. That's probably the first car that you crashed. So we
Yeah,
go to the next.
you know, my mother always put me in the car because that was the only place I was quiet.
I had to do the same with my son. When he was crying, I had to drive around, and then he was getting more quiet. Next picture, please. Is going pretty slow. Yeah. What is this, man?
Yeah, my father was. I think here he had his how it's called motocross team, and yeah, like there was always an engine around when I was young, and still now. So yeah, that's the motocross from my father, and yeah, I have to be around always.
Yeah, that's how you did. He started as a motocross rider, and then he came into racing, I think, at the age of 30 or 35, only very late. Eh?
Yeah, I think it was just before his 30s, like the age I am now. But yeah, then he had to start with no experience. Like I would go in racing today, it would be crazy.
Uh,
He
yeah,
did.
yeah, you look good on the motorcycle. We go to the next picture because we have quite a few. I don't think we will do them all. That's your first podium, man.
Yeah, yeah, it's crazy. You know who's next to me?
I think it's Van Toor, no?
It's Laurens van Toor. Yeah, my father
No.
like a local series with his father, and me and Laurens we were a lot on the track together. Like we were, yeah, also like driving go-karts. We started together on the same day driving go-karts.
Okay. Yeah, I thought it was Van Toor because I recognized the dad, but I was not sure. So
Yes.
Laurens van Toor is now the works driver for Porsche in the US. How is it called? The US Championship where he's driving?
He was.
Yeah. Okay, next one. And it's an important one, the next one. Look at it really good. So you see you stepping on the podium of
Yeah.
the Zolder 24 hours with your dad
Mm-hmm.
on position 3.
It's not good. So I think I know where this is going.
Yeah. Tell the people who's on P1.
Yeah, but I don't know why the picture is there's a part cut out. I think it's you normally, but they cut it
No,
out.
it's me. The one completely on the side, just above the number one. It's me.
Really?
And yeah, it's me with the. I'm taking the champagne, and you know who's next to that? Who's my teammate? So you have the both drivers with the red
Yeah.
and blue suit, white. The other one is Marc Duet. Marc Duet, he used to be the race director in Nascar in 214. I never told him 214. He used to be my teammate because then the other driver would say, hey, maybe that's a little advantage.
Uh-huh.
But Marc Duet and me, we won the Zolder 24 hours that year. I don't remember. But and I got the picture from your dad. Yeah, your dad is in P3 and I'm in P1. I love that. Next picture, John. You remember this car?
Yeah, it was. I think my father drove. It was like, which season was it? I think it was 2003.
It
And
was it
uh,
was one of the first full seasons he drove in my team.
yeah, I know.
Yeah, so it was a good car, but
It
I don't
was,
know.
I
Yeah,
think.
yeah, it was a turbo Porsche. It was pretty
Ah,
fast. So, but I think it was his first full season in our team.
okay.
I recollect he was driving with Frederic Bouvier. Okay, and then we go to the last picture. I think I had some pictures I couldn't show, but this one I just want to hear the story behind it because I what are you doing, Stienes?
Okay, so the story is how I'm gonna tell this. I was installing my new camera system in my house, and I was so happy that I installed it all by myself. So I took a screenshot of me standing in front of the camera, and yeah, I have to. I think I know you got it from who do you get it? I think it's.
I either your dad or Hans, I don't know, but
uh,
I was thinking you were doing strange things, and somebody took a picture of your camera system. So, oh, you took it yourself. Okay. So, okay. Oh, we still had one more funny picture. Let's go to the next one, John. I think what's happening here, man? What's happening?
Okay, so long story. So yeah, when there is this is on my office, and there was
Yeah.
a package delivered, and it was full with like the plastic with air in. So yeah, sometimes I have some brain snap, and I have to do I was the king of the plastic bubble thing. I don't know. And afterwards, we put this on the road, like in for 20 meters, and I drove over with my car. So all the plastic went poop, 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 like this. So yeah,
Yeah, and you were wearing a hat of a Win because it's a General Tire hat, so it should be from a Win.
it's older.
And then just one more picture because okay, the next one I know it's wait, let me see if John has it. Okay, that's how you sit in the office every day, and you always tell me I work hard, but then this is a picture that you send me because you say yeah, I'm working hard. This is a picture your dad sent me.
Yeah,
He's working again, he says.
every 2 minutes every day, like there's 2 minutes I have to do something special, and yeah, that's one of the pictures, like the one with the helmet. I think it was just before there was an announcement that like in April or something that we would go to Valencia, and I was so mad. I took my helmet and I said, yeah, I have to work like this because yeah, I just hate it. And yeah, the other thing, yeah, I don't know, I don't have to say anything about it.
The other thing is, your dad said to me, this is a normal working day for Stienes. If he's not on the track, he's like that.
Okay, so when he's coming up, I got some pictures from him for sure.
Yeah, but your dad is a tough guy. Yeah? I know him. I know him. He also stresses you as physically and everything. He's so super fit. I don't know, how old is he now?
I think for the 53 or 54 something.
Yeah, I think if you put him with guys who are 25 and you put him on a bike or whatever sports, he's so super fit, and he translated that to you. Huh? Now you really have to train. Huh?
Yeah, for sure. And like even now when we go bike riding, I really it's really still it's really tough to keep up with him. Like now I'm just the last year I'm practically on the same level on the bike, and I just passed him with running, but it's like he's 54 or 53, so it's crazy. But that's also good because when we go out, like if I go biking with a friend, we go biking for 3 hours and starting to talk and say, oh, that's nice and that's nice. When I go out with my father, we say hi, and then we're both out of breath and we race for 3 hours. And yeah, it's really good training.
Okay, man. Well, we have to close it down because tomorrow we're testing in Zolder, and your dad says he has to be in bed before 10 because otherwise he's not performing. You could stop working earlier, he said to me. So now you have to be in bed in time. But final question before we stop: who will be your main competitors? One, and when will your season be a good season? When will you be happy about your season?
I think the main competitors, it will be the same like last year. It will be for sure Heesmans will be there, also Ellen. Then we have Gabion. So yeah, and, also a lot of other drivers, especially with the new spec of tire. We have to see what it will be. But I think that the main drivers from last year will be in the front. And yeah, when I'm happy with this season, when I'm champion. Otherwise, I don't. I am not happy. So. I will.
That's the spirit. That's the spirit. No, man. Thanks a lot. I'm gonna let you sleep, and well, I see you tomorrow in Zolder. You have to be there just because I didn't text yet. You have to be there like 8:15. Okay. See you tomorrow.
I will be there.
See you. Thank you. Bye bye.
And see you tomorrow.